Hi, welcome to day 2 of my meditation retreat at the Siddhayatan Spiritual Retreat Center and Ashram. A big intensive day, a lot going on today. So if you don't mind, I have my notes with me so that I don't forget anything. They started very early. Breakfast was at 7:30, so I had to get up before then. Actually, it wasn't breakfast at 7:30, it was mantra class, which is actually just mantra chanting at this point, since we know we had our mantras printed out that we were going to repeat, same ones as last night, and these are in Sanskrit, so I'm still working through the pronunciation. But what's good about today is that we did this twice, once in the morning, once in the evening, that I'm starting to memorize, familiar yourself with some of the ones at the beginning, so I can sit cross-legged and recite them with my eyes closed along with the group. But once you get further down, there's a lot, so I have to start looking at the paper again. So that was 7:30. 7:45 was breakfast, oatmeal with fresh fruit and fig jam from figs actually on the property, very tasty. And then our first class for meditation was at 8:40. And so what we were told once we got there is that meditation is not something that can be taught, can't be learned, can't be done, which is something that can disappoint you when you're coming to learn meditation. But rather, meditation is something that happens. You can't force it. And many meditation techniques focus solely on the mind. But what the master here teaches is that you have to first start with your body. Work on your body first, and then you'll be able to enter a meditative state easier. And so how do you work in your body? You need to release toxins. And what gives you toxins? Meat, of course, and other processed foods, and things like modern medicine and wine. Disappointing, I know. But we're going to release toxins so that these things that have built up in our systems will hopefully be released, and our mind can follow with our body. So we're given 3 breathing techniques to do in succession. We do one right after the other that are supposed to release toxins over time. And so that was the end of the class, and then we were told we were needed to practice those techniques 2 more times with about a 20-minute break in between. So we did that in the late morning, and then we had lunch at 12:30. Lunch was steamed vegetables, steamed wild rice this time, and some lentils. And then at 2 o'clock, the second meditation class, where the breathing techniques we were supposed to practice, the ones to expel the toxins. We went over that again. And then we also learned some new ones to do while lying down to kind of ease us into a meditative state that we were about to do lying down. And so when we got into the actual process of a guided meditation, he would lead us in it at the beginning, but a lot of it, the majority of it, was complete silence over about 30 minutes. We were given an image to picture, and we're supposed to focus on that image. And we found out later that while we were meditating, he was checking our auras, which he had also done earlier in the morning. And what I found out is that in the morning my aura was more hyper, but I was more calm in the afternoon, and that all of my colors of my aura were strong except for one. And I will reveal what that color is and what it means in the wrap-up video. So stay tuned for that. After the afternoon meditation class, There was tea time. They have chai tea here. It's very good. And then we walked more of the grounds. This property is very big. So there's an area that isn't paved or doesn't have gravel, so it was a little muddy yesterday because it rained. So we waited till today to go check it out. Good 15-minute walk until you get to a pond, and then the house where the master here lives, that has a gazebo outside that we're all welcome to enjoy. So we spent a lot of time outside this afternoon. So after that, I decided to take a shower before evening mantra. Evening mantra, same as before, repeating the mantras that were on the paper multiple times. And then dinner was after that. Can you guess what dinner was? Steamed vegetables and steamed rice. Vegetables this time had potatoes. That was good. And there were some beans. I'm not really sure what kind of beans they were, but they were a light type of bean, light in color. And then there was also a corn tortilla. So it was definitely fiesta night. And you know what? After dinner, we walked some more of the property back to the paved section that we had done yesterday, down to one gate and back to the property, and then down to the other gate and back to the property. And then at the end of the night, a few of us watched the sunset again. It was a huge red sun today that was absolutely beautiful to watch. And then we waited for the stars to appear. And you know, out here in the country, you get to see a lot of stars. And we even saw Jupiter. We were able to point that one out. And you know, it's great. It's great it's great to be out in nature. It's great to be away from, you know, the regular routine. It was a big, busy day, and I will go into more detail tomorrow and on the wrap-up. So join me tomorrow for day 3 of the meditation retreat. And as we say here, Jai Siddhatma.